So today we're going to listen to these last two songs from the Dichterliebe, Poet's Love song cycle by Robert Schumann. So just to review, these are 16 songs that are on texts by Heinrich Heine, and they were written in 1840. So in total, Robert Schumann wrote around 250 songs. And about 170 or so were written in 1840. What's been dubbed the year of the song. And you remember where Schumann found these? What was the collection of Heine works that these were taken from? You should have that in your notes.
Lyrical intermezzi?
Lyrical intermezzi. So we listened to the 7th song of the set. That was I Bear No Grudge. That's the point then that we find out that things have turned for the worse. And then we have the rest of the cycle expressing different feelings and situations that reflect this. So if you will look at the 12th song, and this is on a shining summer morning. So this was the 12th. And this is a modified strophic. So it has 2 strophes. And this also includes a postlude that will return at the very end of the set. So this is a cyclic element. So this text goes, on a shining summer morning, I walk around the garden. There whisper and speak the flowers, but I walk silently. So that's the first strophe. It starts out with a piano prelude that features a German 6th harmony in the first measure. And then the second quatrain goes, there whisper and speak the flowers, and look with pity on me. And then the flowers are speaking, be not angry with our sister, you sorrowful, pale man. So flowers are taking her side and chiding him. But the melody that is the returning melody is heard on page 29, and it is the 4th system, last measure. This is a typical Schumann rhythm in that the melody notes, which have the stems going up, are placed on the offbeats, and it plays against the meter of the music. And that it's a gentle kind of rising figure. On the next system, you'll see this indication over a single note. This is something that Schumann would use to indicate that particular note should be played with special expression. And so that's something that you'll see. That's it's really a string kind of or wind indication, because on the piano you can't do that. But at any rate, that's what that is. And so this has it's in major mode. It has a very beautiful quality. That comes back at the end. All right, so there are a couple of songs that have to do with dreams, and the way the whole set ends is expressed in the last, which is the old wicked songs. And this last one is through composed. It has, it's in minor, C-sharp minor. And it has a real kind of bumpy quality to it. It's, the text is having to do with this large coffin. And
in taking this large coffin to the sea where it's going to be buried. And these 12 giants and this huge plank that are needed to carry the coffin there. And then at the end, the poet asks a question: do you know why such a large coffin is required? And the answer then is, because I buried all my pain inside that coffin. And so I'm just going to bury that at sea. And so if you look at the score, this first page and a half or so leads to then a very declamatory passage on page 39, where the piano just then has quarter note chords in octaves in the left hand. And at that point in the text, it says, you know, because such a large grave is due. And then at the bottom of the page then is where he asks the questions. Do you know why the coffin so large and heavy must be? And then at the top of the next page then is the answer to that, where it's, I also sunk my love and my pain therein. And at that point it sets up a final cadence on C sharp minor, but instead of giving you a C sharp minor chord where the tempo changes to andante espressivo, then it changes to D flat major, so it switches to the parallel major mode. You have then 5/7 harmony, and then it brings back that postlude from number 12. So the whole set ends with about a minute long postlude. It's really effective when you hear this performed, because the singer has to be listening to this and not participate, but it is really a beautiful conclusion. So it has an optimistic ending. And that's as opposed to the Schubert Winterreise, which is very pessimistic. So, this is the text, so it wraps up this whole set. The old wicked songs, the dreams, wicked and bad, let us bury them now, fetch a large coffin. Therein I shall put many things, but I will not yet say what. The coffin must be larger still than the great tun at Heidelberg, and fetch also a bier, which is a plank, planks hard and thick. It must be even longer than at Mayence the bridge. And also fetch 12 giants. They must be even stronger than the powerful Christopher in the cathedral at Cologne on the Rhine. They shall bear away the coffin and lower it into the sea. For such a large coffin, a large grave is due. And then this is the question: do you know why the coffin so large and heavy must be? And then the answer is, I also sunk my love and my pain therein.
Ja,
So that's a little recitative passage there at the end. If you look on page 40, that little figure that's in small notes is called a gruppetto. That's a bit of trivia there. Gruppetto. Wagner would use that figure a lot. All right, pass the scores across. The next composer that we are going to listen to two songs is Johannes Brahms. So Schubert, Schumann, Brahms, Volk, and Strauss are the most important composers of 19th century German song. And so Schubert wrote the most, so he wrote over 600. Schumann wrote around 250. Brahms wrote around 200. So he wrote these throughout his career. In general,